Right, so hey everyone, and welcome back to another budget photography video. Not in my normal seating position. I'm sat down here by my TV console, where I have a little bit of an update for you. Because a few months ago, actually I think over a year ago now, I uploaded a video where I said that I back up everything via a Mac Mini. An M1 Mac Mini that I wasn't using. Now, in the year or two, whatever it was, since I last had that, I sold it. Because I wasn't really using it for its intended purpose. And it was just taking up a lot of room, and my son wanted that space for his toys. So, in the year or two, I've been moving stuff around. We brought more furniture, yada, 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 yada. Anyway, and I've gone back, in a way, to having a Mac as my NAS. So, in the previous setup, I had an M1 Mac Mini plugged in to a 8TB hard drive. And I've kind of still got the same, except I don't have 8TB because of my work that I've been doing recently. That is, well, that's full up. Yes, that is completely full. So there's that. So that is now in what I call long-term storage. It's in a cupboard somewhere in the house. And I've now got two new drives here. I've got an old Apple 1TB hard drive from a, what are they called? The old not passport things, the connection things, the Apple NASes things. So I have one of them for personal stuff. So this is where, you know, like pictures of my kid and family memories, stuff like that. I don't imagine I'm going to go past 1TB. So I only brought 1TB. And I brought this secondhand because, well, it doesn't really matter. Okay. So there's that one. And then for work, again, I did buy it secondhand, but also there's a, I will get, if something happens to the drive, I will just pay for a data recovery. And also I'm planning on buying another one brand new and backing everything up to that. Anyway, so this is just a short-term solution, so to speak. This is a 12TB Seagate IronWolf, because this is designed to work with multiple drives running alongside that. And I do luckily know the past of this device, so I know that it is still in good condition, except for the old sticker. Anyway, so as I said, I do kind of still have the same setup as I did previously. Now, it is a little bit different because it is a Mac Mini. Just unplug it here. But this is a 2014 Mac Mini. Now, when I was looking for storage solutions, I did actually come across another one of these AirPort things. That's it, the Apple AirPort. I came across a 2TB one. And it would work kind of the same as this would, except, anyway, it doesn't really matter. But I thought, no, this actually works out cheaper by buying this. Because this has a 500 gig hard drive. A 500 gig hard drive that I'm going to replace with an SSD. Now, I'm not really worried about the internal storage being massively quick, but what I was happy with is the ports. If we look back here, we've got, what have we got? We've got audio in and audio out. We've got an SD card slot. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That fourth one is already occupied. USB ports. We've got 2 Thunderbolt ports. We've got a HDMI. We've got Ethernet, which I believe is 1 gig or 10 gig. I'm not sure. And then we've got the power lead, and then we've got the power button. So it's an array of ports that you don't get on the, you know, on the M1 version. You get a lot of ports, but nowhere near this. So this actually works out cheaper and better. And all I do is I've got 3 leads down the back here that I can just kind of pull out. So just here in my left hand is a USB and a power lead. And in theory, that is all I actually need, because I can just plug that into power and then I can plug in the USB just next to that. And then I can put it back. Now it has already switched on, which is annoying, but that's okay. Because what I can do is I can remote into it. So it does have a problem, because most network attached storages, you get your own software with them. And because of that, integration with software, you can then access it off of network. So if you go on holiday and let's say a client wants another copy of a video, you can send that to them. But unfortunately, I don't have that luxury with this setup. And I'm going to get to the rest of the setup in a minute. But here is the main benefit of it and what I love. So let's just jump over to my MacBook. So here on my screen, as you can see, is the access to the Mac Mini. Now, what I can do, and what I love to be able to do, is screen share. And that is going to remote into the Mac Mini itself, just like that. Now, I can click on that, I can put in my password, which means it is safe to an extent. It has. And then down the bottom of here, now you can see this is the desktop. Now, you guys can't see the bottom of it because, well, I've hidden that for privacy reasons. Now, I haven't actually switched it on. This is annoying. I need to get rid of this. Now, you guys can't see what is in the bottom of the dock because I've hidden that for privacy reasons. But what I can now do is I can get this and I can plug it into a little tiny, well, I say little tiny, but I actually mean quite big thing here. Now, this was incredibly cheap from Amazon. Well, I say incredibly cheap. I don't want it to, make you feel like as if it's just cheap crap, because it's not. It's wonderful. And it adds more ports, so I can get my 12 terabyte and it has a bay, and that I can just, when it wants to work, it's normally a lot easier than this. There we go, that was my fault. And it sits in this dock. Now if you notice as well on here, we've got, what have we got? We've got CF, we've got XD, we've got TF, we've got MS, we've got SD, and you've got 2 USB ports just there. So it's adding more ports. It takes away one and it gives others. I'm trying to have a look at the back of this. And it also has eSAT. I don't know what that is personally, but it is what it is. But it also uses USB-C. USB-C? I meant micro USB-C. Or is it nano? I forget. But it uses USB-C nonetheless. And on the back of it is a switch to switch it on and off, just like that. And you can see you've got 2 lights now showing up. These are my DVDs. And then it does show up on my desktop. So let's go over to the MacBook and we can have a look. Now, you may be able to hear it, actually, going off if we just... So it's not the quietest, but it's not massively loud if you guys can hear it. I certainly can. Now, I can access this wirelessly from my MacBook here, and it does have a little bit of a delay in responsiveness, so it isn't 100%. It's not perfect because we are accessing this via Wi-Fi. Right here, I have then got 12 terabytes, or at least access to 12 terabytes. And what I can then do is I can grab a folder and I can transport that from here, from my laptop, directly to the MacBook, the Mac Mini down here, or the hard drive down here. via many different ways. But I can get an SD card and I can put it in the back of that Mac Mini, or I can put it in the dock down here, or if I'm working on a project that I just want to send directly to the Mac and then put it on the drive, I can copy it from my normal MacBook. So if we just move, we come out, can I come out of this? There we go. So let's just come out of that for a second. And what I can do is I can put that there, and I'll put that over there. And then I'll get, let's say, the C100 in 2024. Now this is a video that I need to re-record because I mucked it up. But, yeah, let's move that out of the way. What kind of file sizes are we dealing with? Okay, so this is a bit too big for this video. So we're going to find a nice small file, 13 gigs. Unfortunately, I've got quite big files. So here we go. Look, so I've got some old Mavic Pro footage, and this shouldn't be, I think this is, what, 6 gigs, if that? Oh no, even smaller, 1.62 gigs. Okay, so what I can do now is I have a choice. I can either move it directly to the Mac Mini, or I can move it directly to the hard drive. And I'm going to move it directly to, let's go to the Mac Mini. And then this little thing pops up, and you can see it is transferring directly. Now again, it isn't bulletproof. This isn't quick, as you can clearly see. It's not bad because I do have really rather fast internet here. But it's not amazing for moving large files. But it is a way that I am now using and have fully implemented into my storage solution, because it means that I don't have to keep finding, you know, like small SSDs or small hard drives and just using them. I've got one big drive that everything can go on and it can be backed up to. So, yeah. And that's just finishing up now. And there we go. That has finished. So we can come out of that and we can open this file. Now I doubt if these will work because of how old the Mac Mini actually is. Let's try, see if we can play this one. So it is loading. Oh, okay. Okay, it does work. It's a little bit jittery. Remember, this, you know, this Mac Mini is old, so I'm not going to be too harsh on it. Hence the fact as to why, you know, why I'm using it and why it was, you know, so cheap. Because I think I paid around under £100 for this Mac Mini. So in theory, if we add this whole NAS, you know, it's network, it's attached, and it's storage, so it's attached to my network. This is under £150 for all of this stuff. This is, you know, second-hand drives. I would recommend you to buy brand new drives, but I do I am going to be backing that drive up to newer drives soon. This is kind of just more of a proof of concept in a way. That, you know, the first gen, when I did this, was just an experiment to kind of see, you know, and back up my files. But now I need something more, you know, bigger files I'm dealing with, especially now that I'm shooting on the R6 and I'm shooting on the Mavic 3. I've got massive files. So I needed something with more storage and more capabilities than just, yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me in this video, whatever it was, and I will see you in the next one.